We're gonna edit this live. Welcome, everyone.
Foolish mortals.
Yep, the cameras are so wrong. So, hi everybody. We're doing this live because I did not have any foresight to actually fix things while I was doing this, but good to see everybody. Yeah, hey. People are in the absolute wrong spot. So as I fix you, we're gonna have you do your introductions.
Magic. Ooh, random style.
We're gonna start.
I'm Jaeger.
Oh no. Oh, come on, move you up there. Grab this one. There you are.
Oh, I'm me.
You're you. You're good. You good. You good. Oh gosh, everything is so screwed up, guys. I'm so sorry. But we're gonna start with Zach.
I'm on. Awesome. I don't even know if I'm there. Oh, there I am. Okay. Hi, I'm Zach. I play Doran, the Dragonborn Barbarian.
And Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I play Soren, the half-elf blade singer rogue.
David.
Hi, I am David, and I play Botran, the human witch warlock.
All right, and Magic is in the chat, but out sick today. He is no out sick. He's traveling. So we can hit him with the hi mom and the hi dad in chat. What the hell?
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. You should have heard the things. You should have heard the things your daughter was saying before this stream started. Holy God.
Oh no.
What did we say? College is changing her.
Mm-hmm.
We're all so very worried. She's becoming a different person. We'll go up to Josh, who's clearly not exhausted and totally excited to be here.
Josh, I play a human gunslinger named Jaeger, and he's also an alchemist.
We're officially that now. I don't know if we've actually said it yet or not, but yeah, I guess it's official.
Well, I think I did every intro.
It's been said a few times.
Yeah, he's been doing it for like the past month.
Dude, I've been on travel for 2 weeks. I don't even remember like yesterday.
Who's running this game?
Who is? Magic, aren't you running this? What are you doing not here? Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Maximiel, the Tiefling Sorcerer.
You do. And this professionalism brought to you by me, Ben, aka BM the DM, aka the guy who just like prepared to buy a table from Game Theory Tables and was like, hey, here's our link. Check us out. See if you want to partner eventually. They're just like, now, nope.
Oh, yeah.
See
if
ya.
they're tuning in the first time and it's this show, ooh, there goes that sponsorship.
Yep. Any idea of talking to those guys, they are done. But, yeah. So
Just give us a chance. We're like super cool.
we're super chill. Absolutely chill. There are definitely no spiders or giant boobied people or anything of that sort from a single person in this game.
No cucumbers. None whatsoever.
I'm checking out the user list in chat. Somebody has the awesome name of Cuppa Tiefling, and they're my favorite user from now on.
Oh, that's great.
God, that is adorable.
Tiefling.
Yeah,
Cuppa Tiefling.
We're gonna give, before we start the recap, we're gonna give inspiration to Botran for bringing the cucumbers back from a week ago. Bringing it back with a vengeance with the cucumbers. Oh, the inside jokes were rampant this week. And last week was the horny stream. This is not the horny stream. So last time we boarded the city of Najambin, the one floating city in the kingdom of Ashahoya of these walking cities. This one walks across the Kamsayed Strait between the Ethereal Desert and the continent of Limindor on the south, and heads up through the strait to the city of Busat on the southern part of Kutala across the strait, which happens to be, as most of you know and probably traveled through there, some of you probably avoided it. Botran, you probably knew Busat a long time ago, but have never been there. Very, very busy port, and Najambin, as a result, even the place where you set up camp to kind of get onto the city was just a bunch of people squatting and waiting anyways. They had like small caravans that had stopped and prepped to get on the city. This is the most packed of the cities you've been on. Max, your experience traveling through them. The only one that matches Najambin for dirtiness, Najambin is dirty because there's a lot of people that travel through it. There's just tons of people moving through. Hard to keep it super clean because it's got a ton of visitors. That's why there's multiple hotels and taverns and inns. There's not like, the industry here is transportation. The other city that you know to be this dirty is Rechik. You've stepped foot in there probably once or twice in your life, and you know that is just like the worst city in Ashahoya, and it's terrible and nasty. That's dirty because they choose to, because they're terrible people. But but this is a very busy, almost touristy boat city. You know that there's probably people from Lamindor just riding this to make the loop. That's not uncommon or unheard of. They just want to see Busat, maybe stop in Busat for a week while the boat travels back around in the circle and picks them back up. But in this very busy city, when you guys boarded last week, you were confronted and had to deal with the loud obnoxiousness of Arkaroth's Chosen. Some very, very nice people handing out pamphlets talking about the Touched. And for those of you that are hanging out with us, I know there's a bunch of you checking us out now. A lot of you probably weren't with us on episode 3 when we were just introduced to what the Touched were. The Touched in Cyorion are people who have died and been brought back to life by non-magical means. Their soul found their way back to their own body, and they came back as a desire of like people crying out for them to come back. They felt a pull, like something wasn't completed, and their soul managed to find their way back to their body. In game terms, they're technically undead, but they retain a lot of their memories. There are some bad Touched called Fell Touched, and you guys fought one of them pretty early on. Happens to be the soul of something evil and nasty that finds an open body that is recently passed and just takes it over, and they are not fun to deal with. But the Touched, for the most part, are people trying to finish their lives that were cut short unfairly, or people who others needed them, so they came back. For the most part, you guys haven't had an issue with them. You've met some people that were Touched, and they were just normal folk living their lives. Calling back all the way to like episodes 2 and 3, that wonderful lady who made all that delicious food that we knew back from Fort Rawing happened to be Touched. But you guys have no ill will. They're nice people. They're just trying to get by, and these jerks are trying to run them out of town because they're against the teachings of Arkaroth, according to somebody, maybe them. Some weirdness ensued with some casting of cantrips, followed by counterspells, followed by other counterspells. Maximiel turned into Spider Max. One of the Chosen turned into Wasp Chosen guy. Maximiel then decided to polymorph herself.
Polymorph.
Yeah, into Tirak, the large-chested the gender morphic version of Tirak, which was interesting headcanon for everybody. I think we were all just uncomfortable for a bit there. But then you guys did some hunting around. We spied some Tirak and Tirak both getting conned by some mystic fortune teller who passed a note off to a kid, which Jaeger followed and found that person near the Chosen, near some of the leadership of Arkaroth's Chosen that were discussing the goings on of the day. And Jaeger ran into Serene, who I think I still have the art shared. If I can find my mouse cursor, there it is. Serene, who was yep, Serene Halyard. Let me put the picture up again. Yeah, that's okay. Take a deep breath there, Dora. Get a little toasty here.
Suddenly it's very hot in here. I don't know why.
A water genasi, former pirate turned artist who was made as an NPC for us by the very amazing Sambone on Instagram. Nightbot is probably sending out their Instagram link. There it is. Yep. Make sure you check them out. This is their NPC in our world. So she had some information for y'all that Arkaroth's Chosen had captured somebody by the name of the they referred to as a leader among the Touched. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jaeger, did they give you the name the Blind Prophet, or was that in the what you don't see specifically?
I think that might have just
Blind
been
Prophet.
what we don't see.
No,
part.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was.
It
It was
wasn't?
when we. Yeah. They worked to. The Blind Prophet worked for 1.5 seasons with the Touched, and we were asked to help find the Blind Prophet.
There you go. Okay, so you were given the name the Blind Prophet, someone you needed to help them find in Busat who had been taken by Arkaroth's Chosen. You all managed to kind of meet back up to with each other at the Cloud's Embrace. So I've been gone on vacation for like a week, right, in Vegas, which is literally like, if you've ever been to Vegas, is like being gone from planet Earth for like 3 weeks. Like, my brain is kind of off.
Can confirm.
Something about sky thumps. I don't know. I can't read my chicken scratch. There's a note next to the Cloud's Embrace. But you guys stayed at the Cloud's Embrace for the evening, and you have quite a trip around the Horn. We arrived in Najem Bin on the 48th. You guys are slated to get into Busat in about 3 days. Once the ship starts sailing across, it doesn't make like a long stopping chain unless it has a reason to along the coast. Kind of cuts north and heads over to Busat and sails under wind power and additional propeller power. So it takes about 3 days to cross the strait. So with that, you guys all stop off for the evening in the Cloud's Embrace. Some of you know what was going on, some of you don't. So I'll leave it to you guys to get together and recap what was happening.
So Max is still a spider for the next 5 hours.
Yep.
That's right.
That's the thing.
God.
Did you jump into a room, Max, and just kind of
No, we're sitting up in the corner,
No.
I think.
No, we're sitting out. Just have a bunch of like cloaks on top of me.
That's what it was.
Or at least that's what you said was happening. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's fine by me. I have a last thing. See if this curl like jogs any memory. I have a note for a male Firbolg named Endinwell. Nothing. Probably just one of my pocket NPCs. Okay, never mind. You're gonna meet Endinwell at some point.
He was one of the
Wasn't
one of
he
the he was one of the bad guys. He was
Yep, it was
yeah,
the
he was
Firbolg
like-
that was running
Oh
things.
yeah, one of the.
he's
one of the
I think Soren like
Put
I
the
fucked
thing
with
on
him a
the
little
spell
bit.
screen.
on the people that, so they stopped talking to them. They kind of wandered away or whatever. He
That
interrupted
is
their.
right. Soren
Hindenburg.
Endinwell.
Oh, man.
Hindenburg the cowman. Son of my Daytona. That's correct. Soren, you did have a little
Yeah, I
hush
put the
chat,
double-
and, yeah, you got the ears in on those guys and was like, probably wouldn't listen to that guy. And 2 of the people did duck away of the 4 that were seriously considered joining.
And then I told the one of them that looked like more kind of, to use the term street ratty, to like basically like, hey, you saw the sign, you know what that means, go tell everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So Maximil was in the corner, covered in rags, with Tarak and probably Botrin, because I think it was Dorn, Soren, and Jaeger that were
What time is it?
out there. Yeah, at this point, you guys have been spent most of the afternoon shopping around, kind of looking at things. This is a very busy place. So we are probably at about, we're gonna go with like 7:30.
I guess we saunter into the what is it, the Cloud's Embrace?
The Cloud's Embrace. And Soren, since you spoke up first, what strikes you first about the Cloud's Embrace when you walk into this place?
Enchanted illusory clouds that are kind of just like hanging in the rafters, dancing between the lights and sort of creating like a very like sort of heavenly sort of aesthetic to the place.
So you're not
Lean into the name real hard.
you're not sure if it's the fact that you're coming in to an ocean area now. You're coming off of shore and you're finally out of that desert, but you swear that those clouds are giving off some sort of a mist, because this place is reasonably cooler than the outside desert air that you've been accustomed to for the last few weeks. Doran, your scales, thank you. It's nice. You felt like everything was getting kind of rigid and sandy, and there was, I'm going to give you the quote now, sand, I hate it. It gets everywhere. You hate it so much more because it gets under the scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in here, it
It's-
seems to
you're-
kind of cool off a little bit.
Oh my god, my skin feels like it can breathe again. Oh, Spider Max.
Spider Max. Side note, who's not
Doran's
here for
gonna-
glistening Doran scales? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think we all saw the
That's-
chat at the same time.
Oh.
That's a buddy of mine, Steve.
Listening.
Thanks, Steve. Yep.
Shirtless Doran with the glistening scales.
Doran's gonna do one of those like quick dog shakes, and just a pound of sand is gonna fall out from between his scales, and just. That is much better.
Where were you hiding all of that?
You don't want to know.
I don't. I want to sit. Go over there. So you're still a spider. How's that feel?
Jittery. I don't know. I feel like I can see a lot more.
Make a con save, Max.
Ooh, okay. I love making con saves. Thank you so much, Ben. I just wanted to say I love being in your game, and it's always so nice and relaxing after a long day of school. That's 16.
You want to make a solve at a math puzzle, Max? just say it. Say it if we want to go there. With a 16.
I'm being honest. I'm
with a
being
16.
honest.
Max has figured out the spider parts now, and you're no longer like leaking spider silk from anywhere. You've got it
nice.
figured out now to where you could like literally leave a strand if you wanted to. Because the last save I think you saved and you managed to stop it. Now you've kind of got it figured out. You're sorting out your spider parts. And since you have a second save in a row that was successful, you have half speed spider climb for the time being.
Oh, I plan on speaking. Ooh, okay.
He disappears into the clouds.
Oh no, there's cover for you on the ceiling. Oh, good lord.
Hey Ben, quick question.
Sure. What did I open myself
Okay.
up to?
So you said that I was figuring out my spiderish parts, right?
I'm out of whiskey. This is a problem. Yeah, sure.
we go.
Yeah, what?
So spider silk is like really strong.
Yes.
So I should be able to make myself come down using the spider silk. So I could just pop down using
Strong
the
enough
spider
to support
silk.
your body, yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Actually, you should be apologizing to Josh, not me.
I will give you this out of character. You do it to Jaeger, you're getting shot.
That's a Josh player hard line there.
Hey, you know, I won't do any spider things to you, Josh. The rest of you, though.
So, anywho,
Behind you!
Spider Max is still in the corner. Botran, you hanging out with Spider Max and Turok?
Yeah, for a little bit, but then I need to find my room and go to sleep.
Okay. But Doran, Soren, and Jaeger, you with these guys as they're coming in?
Yeah, if we're all gathered up, Jaeger's gonna have something to say.
Absolutely.
Jaeger doesn't like actually look at any of you. He's looking to everyone in the place, the door where we're coming from, and he'll just stand kind of awkwardly at the table, but looking over everybody. We're being watched. And the what are they called? Shit.
Arkaroth's chosen.
Arkaroth's chosen. I won't actually say it. The chosen seem to know we're here, and that little kid gave him a note saying such.
All of Max's
Good.
eyes immediately go into different directions to look.
Oh, I don't like
Gross.
that. Oh, yeah. I don't like that so much. Doran's accent just went Scottish for a second. That was weird.
Oh my god, no, don't like that.
Ugh.
Alright, so they're watching us. Why?
I don't know,
Intent of
but
civil-
whatever just happened
Shit, I wonder
with
if they know.
Spider Max and Turok, I don't know if that caught their attention or not.
Oh, not me. Huh. Lovely. Never mind then.
I don't think it was you either.
We'll just be on our guard. We never know
Sorry,
when something.
I'm not very good at keeping a low profile. I'm really sorry about that.
You really should probably like hide in a room for the next 5 hours or something.
I think we should all kind of stay close to each other.
Well, then maybe we should all retire to a room or something.
We should all go hide in a room. Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, take this, whatever you need to go, and I don't like what's about to happen.
Wait, that's very ominous. What do you mean, what's about to happen?
Well, we're about to embark in whatever we're about to do
Oh, just that. All right.
collectively together with these people, and also it'll wait. We can talk about it.
We should talk about it
Closed
once
door.
we are sequestered away, yes. I don't think we should talk about it in public.
As we're walking up to the, have we purchased a room yet or no? I can't remember.
Yeah, you guys got here before us. Did you establish rooms?
Nope.
No.
I do
Okay.
remember that. Nobody established rooms yet.
Okay.
I will go and inquire about rooms. Was at the counter.
At the counter is Ben not having his spreadsheet
Is
up.
that the counter? What's his
Follow up
name? What's his
Soren.
birthday?
Bitch, don't
Anthony,
test me.
how
I
many kids does
have
he
a
have?
spreadsheet for this, okay? I will fucking come at you with this. Don't fucking...
I want you to hit me. Hit me. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
Anyways, okay. So right now, in the tavern, it's pretty slow. Nope, I can't do that on principle. There is. Pasting that. There is a gnome standing behind the counter, kind of running this central desk. So in the Cloud's Embrace, the bottom floor, you go to this large curved bar that seems very flowy and cloud-like almost, and it's got the clouds, but all the tavern tables sit around it, and there is a stage near the back for some performances. There seems to be some open mic thing booked tonight. You're not sure exactly what's going on, but behind the bar is this gnome with this long, flashy blue hairs, and a few hairs kind of like jutting out of a wart on his face. But he saunters up to you, like tending this, not super busy, but decently busy. He was down speaking with a group of 4 other gnomes sitting at the other end of the bar. Really the only other patrons in here besides you guys.
Oh, okay. This place was packed. Cool.
No, it's fairly light tonight. One of the other places was a lot busier. The Violent Night was a very busy tavern. This place was not.
Can't imagine why.
I mean, passing by the Violent Night, one of the things that like caught your eye that you may want to go back and look toward was there's the Owl's Perch Performance Troupe was in town, and it's like there's banners everywhere. You guys have seen posters that they've like booked this place out, and knowing that information, Soren, you've been around some major cities. Just give me a history check. We're gonna see if you've known these people. Oh, you're using the new big one. Okay.
Okay. God, I can never remember what my bonuses are for anything. I got a 13 on the die plus whatever my history is, which is 7 apparently. Dirty 20.
So you've heard of these guys before. They are known as world criers. So there's town criers who tell town news, and then there's world criers who tell world news. These guys, the Owl's Perch Performance Troupe, is a lot of fun because not only do they tell the news specifically about adventuring guilds, but they put on performances about the deeds of adventuring guilds.
Oh no.
So they are adventuring troops
dear.
that are registered to the Adventurers Guild of the World. So these guys are pretty cool to go watch, and they've always got fresh new material. And you're with a dirty 20, you're almost positive the embellishments are absolutely over the top. There's some modicum of truth to what happened, but they have definitely made it for the stage. These are high class performers, and they come to Busat frequently to pick up new talent.
Interesting. Okay.
From the Bard colleges there. But that would be why the Violent Night is packed. It's because the Owl's Perch troupe happens to be in town.
Okay.
But Neves Koila introduces themselves from behind the bar. This long, flashy, blue-haired male gnome steps up. He's like, "Yeah, what can I do for you, buddy? Is your spider friend okay?"
She's quite all right. Yes, magical mishap in the markets,
That's
unfortunately.
what I heard. News travels fast here. There's nothing really going on. So
Max isn't at the booth.
I look back over. Just kind of mumble, "Oh fuck."
yeah, I
We
mean,
need a room.
if you've got spider parts, I guess you do what you can with them while you have them, right?
I've never been a spider. I can't quite say, but I'll take your word for it. You seem experienced.
Don't take my word for it. I just talk to people that come through a lot.
Got it. Look out for Max. Do I see her?
Yeah, I'm looking up at the ceiling like,
Sure, Max, make a stealth check.
Sure. I'm not good at this. Do I get like spider stats or something?
No,
Okay.
because you're not a spider, really.
You get
Okay.
giant person spider stats.
I think this is going to be a 7.
Yeah, but
Sure.
don't like spiders get proficiency in
No,
stealth?
she's not a spider person. She's a half spider person.
Attributes.
It's the world.
Yeah, everybody else had cool ocean
Yeah,
maps, and I was like,
7.
fuck you guys, I'm gonna have the world map.
I'm like making mine right now because I realized, oh yeah, we're in a new spot.
yeah. I was like, oh, I should have prepped for that. I quickly Google search for ocean.
I gotta have my magical
Ooh.
sigils and lines and stuff. Do I roll anything to find the 7 stealth max?
No,
Is she
no.
just like right there?
Let me double
Yeah,
check
what's
the
my
party's
passive?
perception. Yep, everybody
Yeah.
everybody except Max would see Max. I feel like 'Cause Max is
That's
a terrible
fair.
Max is
That's
a
fair.
terrible passive
I
perception.
do.
Her heads are in the
It's
cloud, but
so
the rest of her body are just out.
Yeah. I mean, like
It's just dangly
the
butt
head's
and
up there,
legs.
the legs are up there, like stuck to the ceiling, and then there's just a butt hanging down, like this.
Yeah.
The spider butt's
she's
hanging
moving
down?
towards the she's moving towards the stage.
Yeah, just making her way there. You guys can
Yeah.
see this happening, and it's disturbing. This 5'4", 5'6" tall Spider Max moving her way towards the stage.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, she's
Sorry,
You should probably put her in a room before someone attacks her. Like
that's the plan. Rooms.
That's
Do you
a
have
group
rooms?
of monks down there, and they're pretty good fighters.
Okay.
No, a group of guys that they're really good. The monastery is made up of all these deaf monks.
hey,
They, what?
Focus.
What?
Rooms. We
Oh.
need rooms.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So I yeah. I got 5 rooms. They're double bedded rooms. Don't have any suites. We're not that fancy.
Fine.
But good beds, a silver apiece.
3.
Sounds good.
Yep.
I'll get you 3.
Pass him 3 silver.
He hands you back 3 keys that all have little like clouds attached to them that are carved out of wood with a number on each one.
Indication of them being near each other, or does it not say?
Doesn't say. I mean, there's
What are they?
numbers. There's numbers on them, but but you don't know yet. Well, all of the rooms are upstairs. You take either staircase on either end of the bar there, and you see there's the back quarters kind of near where you're sitting. There's 2 staircases that go up. Up top there, it's 1 and 2 are on the left, 3 and 4 are on the right, and then 5's at the end of the hall. And you guys have 2, 3, and 5.
Got it. Thank you.
This
I
is
cast prestidigitation to make a lightning strike that like hits Max, but like doesn't actually do anything. Just we got a room. Come on.
Give me a second, please.
But,
Is there a piano on the stage?
Holy shit. I'm rolling for this. Evens, there's a piano.
Spider
There's
Chopin.
a
Here we go.
fucking piano.
Okay.
Damn it all.
Max would like to descend. She hasn't been able to play the piano since she's run away from her home.
Oh god.
So she's just going to descend
Look what you've done, Ben.
and sit with all. If she could get 3 arms up onto the piano and then start playing just something that's not super complicated because it's hard to get back into playing piano, but just a little something, and just use her 3 arms to play the piano. She has a performance.
Performance check at disadvantage because you're in spider leg form.
Going to be a really cool visual, Ben, of a spider playing the piano.
Spider
like
is definitely trying to play a piano right now.
Okay, come on. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Performance.
Yeah.
How does a 17 do?
Rest of you watch as the spider, which you all clearly saw skittering along the ceiling, descends slowly and begins plucking out a tune with their arms on the piano. And Nevy's kind of looks. It's a tough ground. I told you they were deaf monks, right? And the monks are all down there signing to each other, and communicating, and don't pay attention at all to Maximiel. But the rest of you hear it, and it's decent. Like, there's only a couple missed notes for the fact that she hasn't played it a long time, but like that doesn't pass any of you guys. You guys all think that she's probably fucking up because she's in spider form right now, and she's doing pretty good.
I can't play instruments, so this is all actually really impressive. Still horrifying, but you know.
She's not doing it for anyone
Jaeger's
else.
the only one clapping. Yeah, Max.
That would be impressive if I wasn't so creeped out right now.
It feels like actually an unfair advantage given the extra arms.
You would think that, like, having the extra appendages, it seems like cheating in a way.
He is weaving a web of music.
That's the vibe.
Okay. Oh no.
After she does one song, she just will then go back up onto the ceiling
Oh, God.
God.
and crawl across the ceiling to the stairs to get to the room. She doesn't acknowledge that she did this.
Just roll a d20 for me, Max.
Sure. I would love to. I love rolling d20s. 16.
Okay. You kind of get your bum stuck a little bit between rafters and the banister of the stairs, but you're starting to figure out the spider body a little more. You don't fully like beat yourself up on the way to the stairs, and you're pretty sure you did it in a super sneaky fashion and totally no one saw you.
Okay. Nice.
The fog was great cover. You were completely in the fog. You got up there and you're
Okay.
like, I can't see anything. I just got to go in that direction, and you went for it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
And the rest of you just saw a giant spider bum hanging from the ceiling as it crawled across.
Well played.
I don't know what to say anymore. Listen, I thought it was weird when we went through portals, but now we have a spider person.
Tell you what, buddy. If you just he slides the silver back to you. This room's on the house. If you just keep her up there so she doesn't scare away any of my other fucking patrons. Thanks.
Deal. And I take this over.
So,
I'm so good at saving money. I even do it when I'm not trying.
gotta save that money.
How to be a frugal royal.
Good lord. Anywho, so retiring upstairs to a private place to speak. So the rooms themselves, it's a single hallway with 5 doors in. The rooms are fairly tight, double-bedded rooms, but the hallway is also tight enough that with the way the doors open, you guys could just like open a door into the hallway, and since you have the 3 end suites, you could block the hallway with the doors and basically kind of leave the doors open. You guys could see each other across the 3 rooms if you wanted to like block people from looking down at you. Wouldn't stop any sound, but you guys have the end of the hallway of suites.
I like my door closed.
Let me see what I was...
All right, time for the fun part. Who gets to share a room with Spider?
Oh, I'll do it. All right, fine. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe get some more venom out of her. Might be useful. I don't know.
You
That's
wake up
horrible.
numb and your face is gone.
It could happen, yeah. Or she could spontaneously start laying eggs in your belly.
Max,
you
if
ever-
you plan on laying eggs inside of me, please kill me first.
There's these things called camel spiders. They secrete this venom to make you numb, and they'll just gnaw off your leg while you're sleeping.
Mm.
Do they
Yeah,
look
they're-
like that?
They're terrible in the desert. Not really, but terrible in the
Alright,
desert.
good.
I don't know what kind of spider she's mixed with, so.
Yeah, there are spiders that like burrow under the sand and wait on unsuspecting victims that then they just jump out and latch at you, and it's terrifying.
I could take your blood if you want, Max. Identify
Max
what
is
type of spider.
upstairs.
Well, we are too.
Oh, we
Yeah,
are?
we followed
okay.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, we've all gone up into the rooms.
I assume you're on the ceiling.
Max is back down. She's kind of hiding under some blankets as to try not to freak people out too much because they seem not to like her like this.
So you get up there and you can see a big lump in the blankets, Spider Max fangs, and like 8 eyes sticking out from the blankets. Just
Glowing red in the dark.
Somehow
At this point
that
of the
is worse.
campaign, Max is being played by Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Lord. Just take a big deep breath and exhale and just walk in, put the bag down. Just, all right, this is going to be fine. You've lived with worse.
Sorry.
No, it's quite all right. It's just, I think we like the original you a little bit more.
Yes, very much so.
I mean, I have no preference. You can do what you like, but drawing attention is a little different. Where we don't need to necessarily draw attention. But no blame. It's all good. It's actually quite fascinating that you can change yourself into something different entirely or not.
Surges are very odd. Uncomfortable.
Are we all in this room?
We, yeah, I think we're all like, I think we've kept the doors open while we're talking.
And no, I'm closing it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something going on, and I think I just got recruited.
Recruited? For what?
Well, there's something about a blind prophet and something to do with these Akaroth chosen. Well, big guy knows her quite too well.
You're planning on joining the Chosen?
Well, no, sorry, I'm backing all the way up.
Oh,
Met a nice
got it.
lady, an artist.
Huh.
She drew me this, and I'll pull out the rolled portrait. I won't undo it just yet. There's a plot happening, but I'm not sure how we're involved and how deep it goes, but apparently someone was taken, so-called this blind prophet, and there's some reward to get that person back.
Ben, would I have heard the name in Busat, the Blind Prophet, at all, if it's like a group from there?
make a history check.
Right.
See what you know.
Come on. God. 12 plus 7, 19.
You've never heard of the Blind Prophet.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't generally prefer working with religious organizations, but
I think you still have me wrong. We're not working with the Akaroth Chosen.
no,
Quite
no, but
opposite.
you don't go calling yourself the Blind Prophet for no reason.
Unless you know something. And are or blind. I'm not going to step in that realm because I agree with you.
Divination wizards aren't necessarily like, religious, but they know the future and they know prophecies. So this could be entirely,
Could be.
a religious.
And to put it past Serene, this nice lady, being an ex-pirate and well, actually, I didn't know that, did I? I don't know. I don't
she didn't
remember
say
our
that.
conversation. Yeah.
No, she just drew your picture and she
He
talked about.
smelled of the sea.
She smelled like a pirate.
She had pirate smell.
I mean, Doran, make an investigation check at disadvantage because you were infatuated.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna go a different route on it, though.
Investigation.
Because this would be a
Because you were
Doran picked it up.
infatuated.
Because actually Doran spent some time on the sea with merchants. and-
Nice
sixes.
doubles.
Double sixes is 11 nonetheless.
She had a lot of really pretty tattoos. And you were, I mean, you looked at the tattoos and then you lingered and you're like, oh, that's really pretty leg. And then you forgot to look at the tattoo and like remember what the tattoo was. You really couldn't connect the dots. You were a little bit.
When she brushed her hair past my face, it smelled like sea foam.
Interesting.
Good to know.
I was going to say she had quite a lot of markings that were non-religious, and I would think of a zealot of some sort wouldn't mark up their body with very different art, another type of tattoos, and what that's assuming a lot. Anyways, I don't know this group, but I'm pretty sure she gave me a location in Busat, and then I'll open up the drawing. That is, I guess, a picture of me that looks like a depiction of this person. I don't think it has the aura. Really, it's just like me with my inverted coat. Or maybe it does have the aura. I don't remember what we redacted after that.
We redact things? I remember there being an aura.
Well, she like wiped stuff. There, you saw the aura like be painted on it when she first showed it to me, and then she did something to it, and then it just looked like me in my current state. I don't know if the aura is still there. But
No, that's the aura portion is not still there. Now
Yeah,
it just looks like you.
yeah, but there's very clearly, and I'll kind of sketch out the road or whatever. I've only been to Busat long ago, but it's clearly a location.
Ben, where is it?
It is in my notes. So give me a second. I was like,
Wow.
there was
This Serene seems like a really good artist. I mean, made your face look so realistic. That's so cool. She must be really talented.
Sure, we'll say
Comes out of
that.
spider speak.
It's also very deadly. So,
Oh, the best artists always are.
that's why I'm not thinking this is a religious group against another religious group. It's more or less maybe the group got into the wrong mix with Akaroth chosen, or might be the fighters have the touched.
So she has just, you don't even need to roll a check for this, Soren. You lived and grew up in this city.
That's my house.
She
I hope not.
she marked
Whatever.
an area in the southern section of Pars Heath for you.
Oh boy.
Which is
All right.
yeah. You know that area.
Like,
It's just
Big
lower
white building,
class.
maybe?
No. Big white building, like this was for where she was gonna meet you, I think we said,
Yep.
right?
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
To get
Big-
more details.
Big white building is
Okay.
in Centro Rolaro, which is definitely not where
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going.
Yeah, never mind.
that is the Church of Arkaroth.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
getting the neighborhoods mixed up.
So Pars Heath
I live
was
here.
that you live near Arkaroth, but Pars Heath is the poorer area to the west, and it's the southern section of that, kind of near the Wharf District.
Got it. Okay. Short walk from when we get off. Kind of look at that. Look at the map. Oh. I can get us that.
Good. I don't know if we can trust these people. She was clearly sitting for information and could spot me out of the crowd. So she's talented.
If Pick still lives there. Oh, it's been so long. All right. Well, I mean, we do stand out quite a bit. Not that there's anything we can really do about that. No, I mean, even when you're not a giant spider person, we sort of stick out. Look at us.
I mean, listen, we are adventurers. What we do is we help people. So I feel like maybe we should help this Cyorion person. It's only the right thing to do, you know.
Just sneak a side eye over at Doran. Yes.
Well, she's obviously in need of help. We help people. It's what we do.
Do you want
with the
we do.
territory.
I'll go
You're
find
really
her if you want to talk to her.
Cucumber?
She's on this boat.
I don't. She might be.
They'll be back.
You guys are in the coming up on 100 miles offshore at this point.
Oh, we're close.
No, like not from Busat, but like you guys. have
Oh,
been-
from where
you
desert.
From
left?
that direction, yeah.
If she's swimming, she wouldn't be on the boat, but like she's on the city somewhere.
Got it.
Like it's in the middle of the strait at this point. You guys are well away enough for the shore that someone couldn't really hop off and swim back, except maybe a water genasi. But that's neither here nor there.
Except maybe someone with a natural swimming speed, but
I mean, I could. Not that far.
all right. Well, we have our heading once we land. Oh God, there's going to be a lot that we need to take care of once we get there.
Well, I want to get back on point before going too deep. Why are these people after us? Or why are they interested in us?
That's a good question. Maybe it is just as simple as, we're adventurers, we draw a crowd, we draw attention, things like that.
Yeah, but this seemed pretty targeted.
Do they possibly know about the connections we have to the Ebon Hand?
I hope not.
If they do have any connection with, and our enemies, then they would know us.
I mean,
Well-
the Fangs, the Imana, the Ebon Hand. Oh gosh, how many do we have? I feel like we have more.
We make
have
more
lost
enemies than
count.
friends, it seems like.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
the
mean,
few
we
friends
have
that we do make end up dying a lot.
Yeah.
friends
where's
in amongst
Chana?
us.
Where's Shauna?
Where's Chana?
And where's Shauna?
Chana stayed on the on Rosita.
Did
She
she?
said she would.
Chana stayed in Rosita.
Oh, I thought she was coming to Basat.
I thought so too.
No.
Nope.
Oops. Okay, forgot about that.
Okay. Well, then we wish her the best.
Yeah.
You
For
guys
the best
you
anyway.
guys set her up
I thought
with Melinda, as far as I remember.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I remember
Oh, okay.
saying goodbye.
Yeah, Melinda.
I don't. I so don't.
Y'all!
that is
Max
the
Neal
worst
said
party
goodbye.
management of an
The
NPC.
rest of you guys were all just like peace and like left.
Wow, we suck at being friends.
Maybe
just
that's why everyone we love dies, guys.
No, they die because of events out of our control.
That's why you love no one. Haha.
Exactly. Oh, I have.
Oh yeah? How's your family doing, Jaeger?
Oh.
I'm sure
Don't
they're
tempt
fine.
me.
I'm gonna cast something. No.
You'll see the wrath of my love.
Oh Lord. All right, so we go and help these people. Perhaps get some information. Perhaps wonder why they are so interested in us specifically. Doesn't. Oh.
Yeah, to have the little street urchins report on us specifically to them is concerning.
To Arkaroth's chosen, though, not
Yes.
to be Serene.
N-
And
no,
nothing.
not to their group, but it was very clear that that kid had a mission.
Meaning that they would have been aware of us before even arriving in the market, right?
They had to.
Or maybe
have been.
just the mishap with the magic circumstances. They decided, oh, pay attention to them. They're fuckers. Pay.
No, but
we'll
the
get them
thing
back.
is, the runner happened within an hour of.
That was a long time.
Yeah, but I just know it had to be actually quite much less than an hour because I got onto the city while still in Tarak form. And so that we got caught and sent over to that place within 15 minutes of me getting turned into a spider.
15 minutes is much less time.
Yeah. I just had polymorph on me for an hour.
I don't know. My head hurts.
Whatever it was you and Tarak that they clocked really quick.
Well, maybe it was Tarak, He's a very interesting fellow.
I looked at Tarak. Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I am the most interesting person that has pointy teeth and purple. I think I look fine.
Regardless, I didn't see the note, so I can only assume a couple different things. Maybe they know Max.
That's my thought too, is perhaps that when they initially saw Max as Max, they made note of the trade princess of Resides is here.
Or the
Katya.
opposite.
Katya, sorry, my bad.
Maybe they know the other Max and are in on it.
It does seem like a plausible connection.
Because now you're talking about powers, working with powers.
Oh, if I got my hands on.
That's one concern. The other is maybe it's not Max at all and it's actually Tarak.
That was my point.
Maybe the first thing that you said, Max, actually stands true is that it might be related to Ebon Hand. If that's the case, then the Ebon Hand is after the touched. Why?
All right, well, the Ebon Hand wants magical-ish creatures to sacrifice. Or, things that they can experiment upon to make more magical so that they can sacrifice. So maybe they just want to return the touched to where they belong.
Yeah, but I have to think that they actually figured out that where they belong puts them somewhere back over here.
Do you think they know that? Because it doesn't, as far as we know, it doesn't happen to everyone.
Right. Everyone that is found.
I'm sorry, I'm a little lost.
I am too.
Yeah. Strange
I
theory
think-
I'm cooking up. But go ahead.
I feel like we're still a little lacking in the information department. We need something to go on other than a theory, a wild theory. No offense, I don't mean you're crazy or anything. This is completely valid, but I feel like we're just missing that key piece of information.
Botrin scoops up Spackle and tells everybody that he needs to go to sleep now.
Right at this moment?
Good night.
That is fairly
Sweet
late.
dreams.
What time is it, actually? It's not that late.
It's like
Okay.
8, right?
8:30.
Can you
8:30.
sleep in here while we're talking? I feel more comfortable if I knew you were here first. Then I'll leave you. Or
Botrin finds the closest bed, crawls into it, pulls the covers over him.
very well. Guess
I
that
don't think
works.
I'll ever understand that guy, but it's okay.
You really can
Me either.
sleep anywhere. It's fascinating.
But Botrin falls asleep, instantly into REM.
Whoa.
Just cartoon lay down.
Well,
Yeah. It's admirable.
he was
Spackle
tired.
does a little.
Did we overdo it with them? Were they exhausted and just didn't realize?
Botrin,
I never really know.
Botrin lays down to go to sleep, and Spackle lays down next to Botrin to do does the fake curl up and lays down. And then Spackle fades into Botrin.
Oh God.
Oh, have we seen that happen ever?
Nope, that's new.
Ooh,
Cool.
he's
That's really
got a friend in him.
Oh, damn it.
Could I don't know, magically intuit what might be a result of that happening? Like a strange little ghost familiar person going into their person?
Make an Arcana check. See if you can figure this out.
This is, I'm sure, real fucking hard. No. 9 plus this is 16.
You spend a spend a convincing amount of time sitting there considering it, so everybody thinks you're trying really hard. Yeah, you have no idea from the beginning all the way through the fake thinking time. No clue. This makes
Wow.
0 sense.
He must really be thinking like really hard. I think he's.
Yeah.
I mean, he has like a mental library. So impressive.
Thought so hard the cattail appeared next to it.
I was gonna say.
Even the cat's thinking.
His familiar appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah. Poof. What do you think? Yes.
Astrid's back. Yeah, you have no idea.
Everything gets more and more weird the longer we look at it. So we'll let that one rest for now, I think. Botran's a interesting one.
Have
All
you
right. So
considered that maybe they're just sleepy and that's it, and it doesn't
Oh,
have
that's-
anything to do with magic or
But I'm
anything?
saying they're exhausted. That's fine.
It has been kind of a long day.
Yeah. Walking around in the sun, moving around.
for
getting
all our
on
time in the
here.
desert, they have remained remarkably pale.
Speaking of that, did I get burnt? I mean, I'm seasoned and accustomed to it at this point.
Didn't we have that like special suntan cream from the?
A little bit.
Yeah, well, it was used long
That
before
we used-
Jaeger.
Yeah, that was used before we even got taken to the temple of.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's
Vakoth.
right.
I'm definitely tanned.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
canon now. I've
Jaeger's
been in
tanned
the,
up
the
a bit.
desert for a long time now.
you got to
We've been in the
up.
desert for like
Do you
3
have, like-
weeks. We're tan.
Do you have a farmer's tan? Or is it like so
Probably
you look
terribly.
Oh yeah.
Oh
blue
yeah,
and white?
it's like my glove where my finger and thumbs are is tan, and it's even bad here. You don't want to see the feet.
Oh, no.
Lord.
Fun tan story once, real quick. I had a year of fishing tournaments, and I wore these strappy sandals. They were like really nice hiking sandals. Didn't realize early on when I was wearing them bare feet that they were straps. So I had tiger stripe tan on my feet for a summer.
Nice.
Anyways, sorry, I digress. So Botrin goes to sleep, and you guys all consider it very heavily for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It's about how long we
I
sat
don't-
here and talked about it.
I don't know what the
Botrin
next
doesn't
step will
move
be.
at all. There's just even breathing, no snoring. It's just
That's horrifying.
Is Botrin alive?
he looks dead.
I mean, I can see the slight raising of the chest to indicate breathing. I think it doesn't. I think he's okay. I think they're okay.
All right, I'll be the one brave enough to do it. I'll pick up his hand and just drop it.
There's a bit of a,
Oh.
and then back
Oh,
to
he's
the
alive.
steady breathing.
Don't disturb. I mean, if they're sleeping, we don't want to.
I had to check.
do you feel?
I mean, go for it. If you think I'm dead in my sleep, please go. You might get a gun in your face, but
Yeah,
There's an
no.
old saying
I'm
about
not
letting
touching
sleeping
you with
witches
this,
lie.
okay?
There's a very
Uh,
brief
No.
then this face comes out of the back of Botrin's head, and like gets in yours and just goes no when you do it.
all right, Spackle. Sorry.
This is so good.
I think maybe Patron has the right idea on this, and we should all get some rest. And
All
hopefully,
right.
in the morning, we will have Maximil back to her regular self.
I've got to do some work on some spellcraft, but I'll stay up and watch Spider Max and make sure everything goes back to normal. We have another day tomorrow.
I'll stay up too.
Okay. So Jaeger and Sora are staying up. Tarak, Max, Doran, and Sora and Batran all heading off to sleep. Sounds like.
Just before sleep, Doran is, whoever he ends up rooming with, is going to wait for them to go to sleep, and then he's going to bust out his easel and try and paint from memory a portrait of Serene.
Okay. So who's bunking with Doran? Probably Tarak.
Probably.
It seems like a logical choice.
The Bash brothers
The
sleeping.
boys.
The boys.
Duh, boys. So Tarak will head to sleep and crash out, and then make a performance check for as Sam jumps into chat for Doran to
dear.
attempt to draw a portrait of Serene.
Oh dear. Do I, if I'm proficient with painter's tools, do I add my proficiency bonus to that
Yes, you
then?
do.
Yes.
Okay, so what is my proficiency bonus?
It's gonna be your
3?
dexterity plus your proficiency bonus is what it's gonna be.
Performance is a charisma.
Oh yeah, charisma.
Oh, but
sorry.
you're gonna make it. Are you gonna make it
It's-
dex for?
nope, charisma plus
Okay.
your proficiency bonus.
So 3 plus. Where's my so it's a plus.
Plus
Okay,
3 is what it
so-
should be right now.
I'll add 3 to whatever this is. So it'll actually be a 15.
The tattoos are kind of off. You're not sure what they were, so you end up like drawing like a little smiley face here and like a boat here.
Smiley face.
You can't remember exactly what they are, but I mean you get tattoos on there. They look cool. And you draw a passable portrait of Serene. It's not like hyper realistic or anything, but it's good. Kind of an impressionist. It's the impressionist era of Doran.
Ooh, I
So
can't
he's
wait
gonna
his
wait for
blueprint.
the paints to dry, and he'll roll up the scroll and stick it in his pouch before he goes to bed.
Yeah, it takes you a few hours to knock it out.
Yeah.
Maximil. Sleeping as a spider is tough.
And she's also just having difficulty sleeping in general right now.
Probably about an hour into it, like I don't want to call it like wetting the bed, but like the webbing kind of gets out of it, and it like gets tangled up around one of your legs, and like you wake up like kicking your legs, and 2 of them are stuck together from the webbing getting stuck around it.
It's not wetting the bed; it's webbing the bed.
Yeah, Josh's skin's crawling.
Is anyone still awake in the room at this point?
Soren's in the room with you, but he's asleep.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's asleep at this point.
I wanted to, because we had 5 hours at 7 o'clock
He's
for
asleep
her
at this
still to
point.
be in. Okay. Wait, but she would. Because I was going to stay up until she was no longer a spider.
He's asleep at this point.
Oh, okay.
Then just kind of look around. Is there like a window nearby?
There's a window on like at the head of the bed, and the
Okay.
threads all tangled up around your feet, like the spider webbing stuff.
Can I like bring it up and like it off?
Yeah, you like chew it off of your human hand, your tiefling hands,
Oh,
and the thread hits the floor, and you see it runs back to the doorway.
Max is just thinking back to the last time that happened. She's going to look at Soren and prep the spell message in case something goes wrong.
Sure.
And then just tries to very stealthily look at the thread and follow it out the door and kind of open it and peek and see where it came from.
You plant your tiefling bare feet back on the floor,
Thank goodness.
and
I mend my clothes up so that they fit me better.
yeah, it runs underneath the door back out into the hallway.
Mm.
But you feel a very eerie presence that you're being watched by something.
If you're friendly and you're watching, hi. If you're not, okay.
You hear echoing in your mind.
Spackle? Hey, Spackle! Where are you, girl?
No response.
All right. Well, if it's Spackle here, then that's all right. She's cool. Maxfield actually says out loud and follows the thread, picks it up, tries to see if it feels spidery.
Yeah, it feels spidery, like the silk you had.
Okay. Max follows the thread more.
Okay. It heads out the door underneath it.
All right. Max really doesn't like being alone, but it's not like she's gonna wake anyone up for this, and she's also figuring that she may probably be asleep, so she just keeps following it. She hugs herself and keeps following.
Okay. You open the door and you find yourself opening it to just vast nothingness of space. And the thread that you follow leads out into the loom room with Brundoinum, where you saw the weave for the first time.
Okay. Can Max cast Levitate on herself?
Yeah, you can certainly try to. You cast the
Max-
spell and you expect it to coalesce around you and give you that light feeling you expect as you step off the edge, but it's not there. It doesn't connect. You're in a non-corporeal state in a dream world.
Okay. Well. She tries to climb down into the webs.
You hear a kind of a strange, muffled voice in the background. Make an investigation check, see if you pick up the words.
Yeah. Okay. Not good whatsoever. Investigation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to use a sorcery point to re-roll?
Yeah, I'll allow you to burn one. So you lose it after the long rest.
That's fine.
Okay.
Be better.
You tell that dice.
It wasn't.
Ah.
Oh.
I'm gonna be sad. Okay.
What was your total?
7. It was worse, so it's total of the first one. I go with the first one for the 7.
The only words you can pick out of this muffled female voice is observe and shepherd.
Okay. Okay. Max is just thinking about sheep and possibly counting sheep going to bed in order to make sleeping easier as she's going down.
Okay. So you step off the edge expecting to fall, but much like last time, you just kind of float down off of the edge and find yourself securely on the ground. And you're
lovely.
seeing the weave much unlike how you saw it before. You previously you saw this great loom that was pulling these threads of fate together and weaving them into a great tapestry. And here you're seeing a lot of what I think it was Doran described, which is the threads of fate in a chaotic fashion, creating a more chaotic and unnatural web of threads in this space.
Okay.
And you watch as the scaly, dragon-scaled version of this giant spider start to step down the threads. That was exactly how Doran described Bryndoinum in this spider form.
Spider buddies.
And there's a overwhelming presence in your mind, the thousands of voices of Bryndoinum across time as she speaks very rarely and says, I'm sorry for your interaction with her and the lies she told you, young spider. And there's a clawed, hooked appendage that kind of comes out and plucks on a string in front of you that's running through the loom. And this thread separates out from it. And it reaches it out and hands it to you.
I take it and I say, it's alright, it wasn't you. I appreciate it though.
As you hold it, the thread singes and burns into the palm of your hand and leaves a mark in the shape of a spider web in the palm of your hand.
Yes.
And you find yourself kind of waking up at the start, and you have the overwhelming sense of Spackle and Botrin walking behind you, and you instinctively, as you sit up in bed, look behind you and you see the window outside and you can hear the waves and you can see Soren sitting up working, and this is about the 2 a.m. mark, kind of right when you shift back to your tiefling form. And Soren, you've been watching her. She's been a spider, and she just stood up with a start as soon as she shifted back to her tiefling form. And Max,
Morning.
you are granted the boon of Quickened spell. You can choose a level 1 or level 2 spell and change its casting speed from action to bonus action.
How
You
often?
can choose one spell to permanently turn into a bonus action casting speed.
Oh my lord.
Oh.
That's fucking wild.
Oh, yes. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So I get one spell that I can change to be quickened.
Tell me which spell you want quickened, and I will permanently change it to a bonus action casting speed. It can be a cantrip, level 1 or level 2.
May I think about it? May I think about it?
No, now. No, you got time to think. You're fine.
Okay.
You think about it.
Dang.
Dang. Permanently
That's
quickened.
wild.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so good. Okay.
I hope that doesn't come back to haunt you, Ben.
If I'm handing it out now, just be more concerned about what you have coming up. So yeah, you watch her wake up with a start, and she's loses a spider butt. She kind of like sits up and goes boom as she like loses about a foot and a half of booty into the bed.
You all right? That looked like it was uncomfortable.
I'm doing great. I'm doing good. Little sparks are coming off of her hand. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay.
You're being weird. What happened?
Bryndoinum did the thing. Yeah. She called me her little spider. It was really cute.
All right. That was actually her this time.
Yes, it was. And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about your interaction with her and the lies she told you, but you know." Then she called me her little spider, and then I had this web appear in my hand, and now I think I can do something magical, but I'm not quite sure what yet. But I can feel it. There's something cool.
All right. Well, things to keep a pin in for later, I suppose.
Yeah.
As your comment, it's not morning; it's the middle of the night. So
That's
you're
about
all better.
2:30 in the morning.
I think I'm at a good stopping point for this. I'm going to go to bed.
Okay.
Long day of not doing anything tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn in for the night.
Okay. Jaeger, what time do you get to sleep about?
I would say it'd be over third watch-ish.
Okay. So you're up late enough after Max and Soren, like, you hear them talking for a moment. You're pretty sure, listening from the other side of the hall, that Max is kind of back to normal. And then after a few moments, you hear Soren lay down and head to sleep. It's pretty quiet up here. The fake clouds, the illusory clouds, definitely deaden any noise if there's people down in the tavern below, which is great. Because you very clearly hear the softened footsteps of someone trying to slip down the hall. Being very quiet, trying not to wake anybody. But you don't hear more than a single person. And they kind of stop about a foot before the two doors where Max and Soren on the left side, you and Batrin on the right side, and then Doran and Tarak at the end. And they
Going out in the hall.
You're going out in the hall?
Mm-hmm. Make it look like I'm about to leave my room. But I'm going out into the hall.
Okay. So you open the door and you definitely feel it impact something. As Serene stands up and goes, ah! Fuck! Oh, I was hoping you were all asleep. Ow. You smacked her in the face with the door as she opened it.
My bad.
Oh.
I was going down to get a drink.
Okay. Well, here. She just hands you a note.
You alright?
I was trying to be sneaky about it, and
You need to quiet your steps more, but
I was pretty good. I was quiet. Ow.
sure.
Man, my nose doesn't feel right.
You want me to take a look?
Nope. No, it's okay.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just leaving you this. My associate and I would like to just talk with you guys tomorrow.
On the ship?
Yeah, we found a place that was good enough cover, and we could kind of meet everybody before we take you to see the rest of the crew.
Can I do like a perception or an insight or something to like look her up and down and make sure it's her?
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you like me to roll?
For insight would be great.
Insight. Dick. 14.
They seem honest. Serene's definitely caught off guard that you opened the door on them, but they seem very much the same person you met before, just completely caught off guard because you opened the door on them, and they were bent over trying to slide a note under your door, and you bonked them in the face.
All right. Does she have like a bloody nose?
It's bleeding a bit, and she's like, "Okay,
So
it's okay, it's okay, it's
if
okay."
you want, I can get you something.
Nope, I'm good. It wasn't that bad. And there's a little bit of blood on her nose, and she's, no, it's fine. Reaches back, grabs a little flask. I'll be good.
All right. Well, you could just knock, right?
Not in the middle of the night.
So, you can slip me a note.
That's usually how people do these things. If they want clandestine meetings, they slip up in the middle of the night and pass a note, and it's...
How'd you know this is my room?
I smelled you. You've got that smell of... And that's why I stood here for a moment, as I had to think. And I just kind of... The waft of, like, sulfur and loss and, like, that angry, gritty dad motif was definitely coming from this room.
Okay. Glad I know I have a stench.
Yeah, you do. And I'm pretty good at figuring people out. So...
Interesting.
If I was to put you in a room, it would be not the end of the hall, because you'd want to be close enough to hear someone coming, and then you'd want to be able to react first. So you took the door that opens to the right, so you could open with your gun pointed down the hall instead of having to open and come around a door.
All right.
Like a book.
And mostly, the desperation and gritty dadness thing.
Right. We'll meet you. All right.
I hope so.
You could-
Less broken noses tomorrow.
You didn't have to slide a note. You could have, sent a message or, something.
Have you ever
Little bit-
been woken up in the middle of the night with someone sending a message?
Well, no, I know people that
It
can
is
send them. I mean,
disturbing. You're in
Well,
a
if
dream.
you
and
read
there's
me
an
so
echoing,
well-
booming voice in your head that it's horrible. It's the worst way to wake up.
all right, well, if you seem to know me and you should have known that I don't sleep very well.
Yeah, and I figured you would have appreciated the clandestine note in the night, but instead you bashed my
Very
face.
romantic.
Wasn't meant as such, so please don't take it that way.
It was a joke. I get it.
God.
I didn't know you were known for those.
Oh, you can't read me like a book. Got it.
I'm gonna go to bed now, and you should get that drink. Alone. And she turns to leave.
Have a good night.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about your nose.
Yeah.
I could wake someone up.
No.
They'll take a look.
No, I don't need him taking a look at anything else on me today.
Well, I wasn't talking about him, but all right.
Sure. Good night.
Good night.
I feel attacked.
I wasn't even there and I was attacked.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, I know we got a bit of a late start tonight, so we're going to take a very short break really quick just because we got about an hour and 8 minutes left here, so I want everybody to get a break in. We'll be back at 7:30 Eastern to pick back up and wrap this up tonight. So thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you guys soon. Yeah, we're back. Sorry, a little bit of off-topic, off-break discussion there that we got into a heated discussion there. It wasn't heated. It was a
Passionate.
spirited and very concerned discussion. Now, a lot of cackling and then a lot of horrible realizations. And some people are like, "It's gonna be fine." So I'll tell you who's gonna be dead first.
Yay!
Exactly. All right.
Can't kill what's already dead.
Exactly. So you guys awake the next day, ready to embark with Spider Max no longer being Spider Max. You're just regular Max. Somebody in the middle of the night going to... Oh, you still have the spider web. Yeah, it's still in your hand.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I think the rest of you, the thread just like left a thread mark. Yours specifically went to a spider web.
Yay.
As if Max doesn't have enough cool shit already. Am I playing favorites? Or is it just that she keeps having cool shit happen to her?
Hey, you know, when you dive nose first into stupid shit, sometimes cool shit comes out of it.
You did get a cool tattoo from a ghost off of that one.
It's true.
So, but you wake the next day, prepping. Botrin, you kind of wake up and the room smells a little extra angsty. It's kind of the best way to put it. You feel like some people were putting some serious anti-Jaeger sulfur vibes down. You just get that kind of sulfur and brimstone and angst smells when you wake up that day.
Okay.
But yeah, everybody else gets up. Doran, you feel like something terrible happened last night, but you can't put your finger on it. Yeah. We awake on the 49th of Venetis. There we go. With only a couple days left till we hit Basat.
I lack permission to update this something.
What? Oh, you did something wrong, is what the game's trying to tell you, I guess.
You borked it. It's borking.
Lacks permission to update setting, blah, 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 blah.
I don't know.
Do anything. I'm just typing notes right now.
However, you guys run into a rainstorm on the strait. It's really choppy out there. Those of you that have sailed before.
Going outside.
Those of you that have sailed before, you know, normally this would be kind of rainstorm that would concern you a little bit. But in the Kamsayed Strait, on Najambin, you're talking about a massive city-sized ship. There's absolutely zero rocking to this ship as its way across the sea, across the Kamsayed Strait. And actually, what we should gotta pull you guys back to this map.
No.
That we have not seen since like session freaking what 10. There's all you guys are on the hard part up there. You guys are actually way down here, in the middle of the ocean.
Hello.
This is gonna be a little funky looking on stream for a second, but no, never mind. We're not gonna do that because I don't have it loaded up. Because I did not know we were doing battle maps today. I don't plan anything. So, rainstorm in the middle of the strait today as you guys make your way across. But Max is back to normal, minus spider butt plus spider web. Botrin had an interesting night, and the rest of you kind of start getting up as the day embraces you with rainstorms and the smell of ocean salty waves and the mix of rain coming from outside. It is much cooler than you're used to. Mind you, 74 degrees feels amazing compared to 95, 96. So, it feels wonderful today. And the windows are all open. The windows are all open downstairs in the cloud's embrace, kind of bringing that mist and that smell in. They have shutters keeping the rain from pouring directly in, but you can smell the mix of salty seawater and rain along with breakfast foods from down below. Jaeger.
Can I do a point of order?
Yes.
At the end of my rest, I slept in the bedroll of rest.
Absolutely. Do I remember what that does? Give me just a moment. When I look at your character sheet, I will.
Yeah, it's my paranoia blanket.
That
A
is
weighted
right.
blanket.
He's a weighted blanket.
He does. It is an enchanted silken
It's
weighted
very
blanket.
weighted.
I love it.
It's so weighted that for the next 48 hours, I don't need sleep.
Oh.
Bedroll of rest is very nice. Yeah, you don't require any rest. And it removes all levels of exhaustion if you sleep with it.
Steel magic blankie.
Yeah. It restores all my expended hit dice.
Yep.
So, banana.
But nice. Alright. So Jaeger looks pretty chipper this morning. Like he doesn't look non-gruff and broody and moody. He just looks like he's chipper about his moodiness and broodiness.
Standing up a little bit taller and walk faster.
As
A
he
beeline outside
sort
to
of-
enjoy the rain.
Doran kind of, stretches and gets up, and he sees Jaeger in the hall. He just, for some reason, I want to just punch you in the face today. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here.
I've already spilt blood. You don't want none of this.
Your attitude, your chipper disposition. You deserve a punch in the nose, and I don't know why.
Maybe reserve it, because we're meeting your girlfriend today. Slap him on the shoulder. Come on.
How is do I like do I
Yeah, you
stink
look
of
fine.
desert? How do I just want to maybe
Yeah,
go
let's
outside
go
in the
out
rain for a little
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
Smell like a wet dog or something. That'll be great.
Do not smell like
So-
a wet dog.
I'm not saying you will, or you do right now, but maybe in the rain it'll.
No, the rain
that
is
homey vibe.
cleansing. It brings
Everybody
out
loves
the
a dog.
natural metallic
Oh, you're gonna
musk.
shine?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Well, let's go make that happen.
Damn it, Sarah.
Soren.
Yeah.
When you head outside, there is there's a coffee shop across the road that catches your eye. Mostly because enchanted in the umbrellas that are on the porch is a zone that keeps it dry, and there are these big pillowy chairs. A bunch of people are already there just enjoying coffee. It is a coffee shop and a bookstore. So
there.
people can sit out in the rain and enjoy coffee and coffee.
And I thought this
books.
wasn't the horny stream this week.
It's just coffee and books.
It's literally Soren porn.
His dream.
It's getting real steamy in here. Whew.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
And what type of books?
All right.
Yeah.
So
One of my pulpy romance novels with really,
I'm gonna put
really
it-
well done oil paintings on the cover.
there's so the bookstore does have a name outside of it, and it's got a depiction of a girl on one side reading a book, like you can kind of see the profile, and then on the opposite side of the sign there's a cat like just kind of laying off of the sign, it's like hanging out up there. I'm gonna put it in both chat for Twitch and for chat, but the name of this stop is Loaf and Chill, or Loaf and Chill.
Loaf and Shield.
Loaf and Chill.
Okay.
And it's got a depiction of the girl reading a book and the little kitty hanging it. Yes, that is the joke. It is the Lo-Fi and Chill bookstore.
Yeah.
Sarah's
Sorry.
face.
It took me a second.
I
the
just
Loaf
got
and
it now
Shield.
when Ben said it. So that,
But yeah,
Yeah,
they've got the umbrellas enchanted, so it keeps the pillows dry, and the coffee is hot and smells amazing. And the bookstore
Oh, yeah.
has got amazing titles. In the window, there's a couple feature titles available. There's some fiction books.
Sam, how dare you? You can try and stop him if you like.
Yeah. So there's some interesting book titles in the window that look like they'd be fun reads. Like Descendant with Strength, The Tortoise of the West. There's a book called Priests and Mice. That seems to be like a book that people are reading now. It just looks interesting. There's a couple others that look interesting, but obviously those are the window pieces. That's what the masses are reading. Soren knows better than to pick up what the masses are reading in the front of the store. So you feel free to head in.
I will do so.
All right.
Order a what kind of morning is it?
Raining.
We'll go latte morning.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a latte.
It's a latte morning. Yeah, just peruse and see who. I think for this, I'm mostly like I'm looking for books, but yeah, I'm mostly just like people watching. Like I want to see what kind of people are drawn to this place in this locale.
Sure. There's a tattooed young halfling behind the bar. Clearly the Lightfoot halfling that left her clan some time ago. A little bit of a rebel. I mean, she's got the sternum piercing, she's got a septum piercing, she's got like plenty of piercings on her face, she's got the sides of her head shaved, and she's got it up in like a top knot pony, and she's wearing like this leather apron that looks like it belongs in a wood shop, but she's using it in the Loaf and Chill coffee shop. And she's working the coffee counter as you come up and order your latte, and really you feel back home in Busat. It's got that big city coffee shop vibe. She's very snooty to you, but she's snooty with a bit of niceness. Like, you know, it's the persona, but she's really a nice lady. Right. Introduce herself as Gilla, and she gets you a latte ready. So you don't look like you're from around here. You're traveling through back home. You look like you've got the city about you.
I do, yes. From Busat going back home after quite some time, actually.
Too long from the looks of it. Here, this is on the house. Then she hands you your latte.
You're too kind, but I couldn't. Slider is over.
Well, in that case, there's a few more seats outside. Books are free to borrow if you're going to read it on a rainy day like this, or if you want to purchase them, we can discuss a price.
You're convincing me to stay here.
Well, the food's good, and the coffee's good, and I make more profit on those.
Fair point. What would you recommend for light reading for such a morning?
What are you looking for?
Surprise me. You seem to have a good assessment of me.
Adventure. I haven't the slightest. You look like you're from the city. You've been out adventuring and traveling. I don't know. She heads back to the back for a moment.
Okay.
And she comes back and hands you a light book, about 230, 250 pages. Here you go. On the front it says Kings of Sorrow. And it's got a depiction of a man on the cover riding on a horse chasing down someone in the distance. There's a story about a man whose daughter leaves him for the greater wide world, and he eventually has to go rescue her, but you know, she ends up rescuing him. It's a touching story and seems like it'd be right up your alley.
Just stare at her a little bit too long. Feel good. I'll slide her another silver and I'll go read the book.
Okay. Everybody else, what are you guys up to? Almost as soon as you come downstairs, the windows are open and you can see. Sure, who's first downstairs? Let's put it that way. Botrin, you see as Soren sits down across the street, he finds a pillow, gets his book, sets his latte on the table, and then you see this, this pierced and tattooed dwarf woman, or halfling woman, sorry, walk up behind him and kind of wink at him as she slides this scone his direction.
Yes.
And Soren posts up with scone, latte, book, and it's pouring rain outside.
Actual heaven.
So good. That's
Same.
so good.
Same.
I-
High five.
I glide across the street into the coffee shop.
Yo, fuck the Clouds Embrace Tavern. Loafing Shield is the place to be.
How are they even in business across the street from such an establishment?
Because they don't have a tavern in Loafing Chill.
It's true. If they did, Soren would never leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would never leave. I might just stay here.
So yeah, I mean, you meet the same with Gilla. Gilla's a little bit dismissive at Botrin at first, but then kind of. Oh, so you're going for like a vintage aesthetic, huh? Like I see the old clothes, like I get it. I feel it. So coffee, drink, food for you.
Yes, black coffee, muffin.
Black coffee and a muffin. A bran muffin or a raisin muffin? Seems right up here.
Cranberry.
Cranberry adventurous today.
Out of class.
So she goes and grabs cranberry muffin, black coffee, in an oversized cup, so you have a little bit extra. And the saucer underneath is enchanted, and it keeps a slight bit of warmth to it, so the coffee stays warm.
Michael goes up, gets the muffin, and we go find a chair.
Gilla kind of gives it the look of like someone who's not surprised by anything anymore. It's just kind of like, yeah, that checks out. Okay. I better write down fucking Gilla's name, this random NPC, because you guys are gonna insist to come back here in like fucking 4 months.
Yep.
How's Gilla doing?
Kick down the door. Gilla!
You remember us, huh? From some months ago, huh? This is what we ordered, exactly.
You've lost an arm.
All right. What about everybody else? What do you have to? Oh, I sneeze.
I think.
Excuse me.
Yeah, bless you. Jaeger and Doran are stepping out into the rain as well, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
You're just letting the rain wash over him, and like the thin layer of sandy dust that's been coating his scales for the last however long we've been in the desert, just rinsing away.
Yeah, seeing two of you guys step out of the establishment now, the gnome that runs this one kind of jumps out, and he's like, you know, we've got food and coffee here. It's not as good as loafing and chill, but they get kind of grumpy if you're just sitting there not reading a book and drinking and eating. So if you just want breakfast, you can stay here. I got stuff.
Yeah, sure, that's my type of stuff. I don't partake in the
Okay.
fancy shit.
Good. So poached turtle eggs, pigeon meat, and rice.
Oh God, no.
Oh,
You said coffee? Oh, I'll do that.
okay. I'll get you that. I'll go get coffee.
Pigeon meat.
Seeing Soren and Batran over at the coffee shop, Doran will go over there.
Before you go, he'll yell out to you, "Hey, can you tell them we're supposed to be inconspicuous?
It's a coffee shop. What's conspicuous about that?
Everyone can see you from the street. It's really, really well lit in there and super dry."
I mean, I'll pass the message on, but you know, Soren, I don't think I'm going to be able to move him.
I'm not saying any. Just kindly remind them, please.
You got it.
Travel as a group too. Also, if you see children, they're not your friends. Also,
Have you been talking to Tarak?
I mean,
my
yeah,
God.
but I'm not saying punch them in the face, but just keep an eye out.
Noya will destroy.
Batran, were you grabbing a book to read as well?
No, I'm just observing the area, watching people, and sipping coffee and taking little pinches off the muffin and eating it.
There's a really nice bar tableside that like looks out the window outside. It's quite nice. So Doran, when you walk in, you kind of look to the left, and Batran's staring down from the side view, looking at this cup of coffee. There's the rainy window, and then this little cat that's in the shop kind of like hops up on the rail and is just like hanging out, and Spackle kind of floats next to him, just like toying with the cat as Batran just sips this coffee and picks at it. And it seems like it's almost on a loop for a second, as if there should be some like chill music going behind it. But you step into the shop and you get the same greeting from Gilla.
Is it a little pixelated?
Yeah. A little. Sam, we need an animation loop real quick for a new YouTube channel we're starting.
Yeah.
Cyorion beats.
Chill.
Yeah.
Cyorion beats and chill.
Cyorion beats.
Beats to murder dragons and fight. Too.
And
I forgot to take a long rest.
Doran will step up to the counter and just like, you say like, good something strong, your strongest coffee, and perhaps do you have any books on how to talk to people you may have a personal interest in? Don't make me say that
Flirting
loud.
for
No,
dummies.
don't. You're good. You're good. Just wait here, bud. And she like gives you kind of a pat. Just like I'm not your therapist, but I can help you out.
Hit you with the bud.
She comes back out. She hands you a biscuit. It looks like it's got some little chocolate chips and raisins in it. And then the tiniest coffee cup you've ever seen. You're used to like Catalan coffee, like a big mug of Catalan coffee, and like washing, getting that. It's got a little bit of that cowboy coffee flavor going. And she's like, "Trust me. Eat that. Drink this. Follow it up with this." And she sets like this little bottle of sparkling water on the table, in that order, and then read this. And she slides a book over that says "Culling the Nightmares: A Guide to Overcoming Your Confidence Issues."
Nice.
There's a private table back there if you're a little concerned, and here actually, she picks up this like sheath of paper and slides it over the cover so it guards the cover of the book so you can't see what it is. We have some people that like to read some things inconspicuously. There's a few more risque novels that people don't like to be seen reading, so this will work out for you.
I thank you for your help and your discretion, and I'll slide her 2 silver.
On the biscuits, 2 silver by itself, but it'll take the edge off for you.
He'll like fumble with his coins and like slide 7 silver.
The book will help you. And she like throws 1 silver back. That's good. That's good. So biscuit, espresso, followed by the sparkling water to sip on while you sit there and read. How is this experience for Doran? It seems a little out of his wheelhouse.
Doran is with the information that they're supposed to go meet Serene. He tries to gather his wits, and he figures, okay, strong coffee to help me wake up and have my brain focus, and then just a little bit of help of like he's never had to worry about like trying to talk to someone like that before, because his life has been mostly like, hey, you're on the run from assassins and danger, and there's no time for like romance or anything like that. You don't know what you're doing in this case. You need help. Get a book. Soren knows books. Soren books are helpful to Soren Bookman. You be Bookman. Be like Soren. Soren Bookman. You be Bookman. And so he's gonna, as instructed, take the shot of
Biscuit?
what I assume is like
Biscuit,
tar.
strong coffee.
Biscuit first. Okay.
Biscuit first.
So biscuit
strong
first.
coffee.
Strong coffee. With sparkling
Just
water.
completely does it out of order.
You go for the coffee first, and Gilla's like, no. Biscuit first.
Right, but biscuit first. It's interesting morning.
It's a
Sorry.
small little cookie with like raisins and chocolates on it.
Yeah, down the hatch.
Sure. Tastes
And then-
a little off, a little earthy.
Oh,
Then
oh
you
no!
Sip down the espresso, which is
Which I assume has the
super
consistency of
strong
like
coffee.
tar.
It's
Yeah,
not
like-
super thick. It's it's foamy. It's got a good crema on top, and it's very, very rich. But
Okay.
you drink it while it's super, super hot for a reason, because it helps that flavor. And then you follow it up with a little sip of that sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
And then
yeah.
you got the cup of sparkling water, and you got your book, and you get started.
Just thumbing through and just trying to take as much information in as he can.
Sure, cool. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Jaeger and Max. What's up with you guys this morning?
Drinking the shitty coffee.
You're back at the Velvet or the Cloud's Embrace, drinking the shitty coffee. He's like, look, I could just poach you some eggs if you want eggs.
No thanks.
Not a breakfast person.
When I've gotten some good sleep, I don't want to ruin it.
No, sure. Wait, what?
Not with your food,
Oh.
just eating, and then I have to go out with like a gut bomb or something like that, and actually going out and doing some business. I'd rather just wake up. You know?
Yeah. You want a shot of whiskey or something for your coffee?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds like more of your wheelhouse. Okay, so he grabs a shot, and Max, you come downstairs to the whiskey being poured into coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers. He drinks one too.
Max was staying up in the bedroom and is sitting on the windowsill, kind of looking out and looking over and seeing everyone kind of on the street or hearing them under, and her hand's just out there and she's casting a little lightning cantrip in the rain, and she is silently freaking out about being back in this city and has been trying to distract herself from it by doing crazy things, but she's finally just alone with her thoughts, and she's remembering the last time she was here and the circumstances that it was under, and fairly not enjoying herself. So she's just up there and watching the Midnight Parliament do their thing below her.
Okay. So everybody doing their things. You eventually hear a crier coming through the streets calling for adventuring troops. Now he's like, it's a young human boy, about 14 years old, and he's got an umbrella. He's just walking through the city. Adventurers troops on their way to Busat. Pre-register now. Skip the lines at the wharf. Get your calls in. Get your adventures in. Get paid so you have a place to stay. And he's just walking around shouting this as he moves through the streets.
You passed by me sitting at the
He
cafe?
does. Yep, he passes right between the Cloud's Embrace and the Loaf and Shield coffee shop.
Just kind of flag him down. Excuse me, young man. Is that only for non-registered groups?
No. I mean, if you've been out adventuring and you need to report your earnings and you want to get your fees and dues paid up, you can see us here at our office before you land in Busat. Because otherwise, you want to get checked in and registered. The line's usually long in Busat, smaller office. But out here, if you pre-claim and register everything, you just go through with a slip and drop it off.
Fucking paperwork. All right, fine. Thank you.
Do you need some forms? Do you need to get registered again or up your dues?
No, we've been off the grid for a while. It's nothing to worry about.
Well, it is if you haven't been paying. If you're still an active adventuring troop, you owe.
We also haven't been paid for anything either, officially.
No, well, if you consign that those works have been done, we'll make sure you get paid. That's part of our job. Is we get you places to stay, you pay your portion of the fees, and we make sure you get paid. If someone agrees to pay you for a job and they haven't paid you yet, we get you paid.
What if the city doesn't exist anymore?
Oh, well, you talking about Maidatona? Fort Rowing? Yeah,
We signed up with the Hammers a while back.
Yeah, the Hammers still exist.
Oh.
Yeah, they're in Busat right now.
Oh, that's good. I'm happy for them.
I mean,
All right, well,
I mean,
where's the
happy for
office?
them.
We'll swing by.
Yeah,
That they're alive, at least. Where's the office? We'll swing by later.
yeah, sure. And he gives you directions to an administrative building near the center of the city.
Cool. Just make a note of that.
Okay. Everybody else gets their breakfast and kind of relaxes, gets through the day. Doran,
Well, does Max ever come down?
I don't know. Does Max come down? No. Okay. So you guys were set
I'll
to
get
meet
some
a
food
couple
going.
hours later, right? In the afternoon is when they were planning on meeting. She gave you a specific time in the note, 2 p.m. Which, sitting down there, you see the flyers getting pasted back up for the next day's shows. And as soon as they come into the Cloud's Embrace, Nevis watches them post up the flyer, and it does say that there's a show for the Owl's Perch Performance Troupe, and Nevis runs over there, the glue's still wet, just like rips it off of the poster board. Like, I need patrons in here, not going over to the Violent Night to watch these damn things. Like, listen,
You could host your own.
I didn't have a big enough stage. They got a whole fucking acting thing where they're up there and it's like a goddamn play, and I've got enough room for a bard and like 2 supporting instruments.
How the hell do you afford the stuff in the ceiling, but you can't afford a stage?
That's enchanted charcoal. It cost me 5 silver. It's like ever burning. It lasts forever. Just don't breathe it in. It's not that good for you. It looks cool, but it's not that good.
Max was climbing around in it.
Oops, we're
hallucinations.
staying. Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's not down here yet. By the way, can you not poach an egg, but like scramble them? Give
yeah.
some type of bread? Can you just like
Yeah.
make some toast or something?
Eggs on toast.
Mix
yeah.
it with some beans.
Yeah.
Can you, and then some type of protein that's not pigeon?
Oh, I got beans.
I'll take a little bit of the pigeon. I don't know what she likes.
Okay.
And some coffee, please.
Sure. And he goes about making eggs and random protein
and
on toast.
before he goes over, I slide him 5 gold.
He just slaps it on the... Yes, sir. I got it.
Well, discretion, but also we appreciate your hosting us in this time of need, and I would appreciate just a little bit of kindness for my friends here.
He like bites the coin. Okay.
Yes, it's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So rude.
Got you. Yeah. Yeah.
Can we make this a fresh coffee?
The
I'll still
last
take
one
from
is
that
a little
pot.
bit. Last one's a little chewy, but
Yeah.
he gets you the last of that pot, and then he goes to make a second one.
Yeah,
I'll make this one with new grounds.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll drink this one. Thank you.
You got it. You could probably stand a 4 cup in yours.
That's all right. A little bit of motor oil.
So as he gets his food ready, about how long would you say it's been since you were waiting to go up and check on Max? 30 minutes, hour or so?
I'll wait until he's done, but noticing Max isn't coming down, I'll be taking the food up to her.
Okay.
Not for me.
So about 30 minutes in, Soren, book's going well. Botrin, people watching is going amazing. Doran, that was totally a pot cookie, and you're fucking high now.
Damn.
Yep. When she said earthy, I was like, oh, I know where this is going. I grew up in Southern California, sir.
Yeah, it takes about that 30 minutes, and you're just like, this book is getting really interesting, and then it's just, this book is so cool.
Just that.
And and then you really appreciate the aesthetic of the shop. And what's High Doran like?
Doran is just like, man, everything is good.
So fucking confident now.
There's no problems. Sure, we're being chased by assassins from like 3 different groups. It's okay. As long as we're together, we've got this.
Doran, I'd like you to roll a d4 plus 1.
A D4 plus 1. Hang on, I gotta get physical data.
You're gonna be high for so long.
How many days is he gonna be zonked out of his
There's
mind?
a 2 on the die, so plus 1, 3.
All right, you are stoned for a good 3 hours off this cookie.
Okay.
It's a good edible. It's like
And
that
the time
right in the pocket.
Time currently is
Where did my foundry instance go?
Morning. Ish.
It's been a minute here,
Morning-ish.
so it's about 8:30 in the morning now.
okay. So I will not be high by the time we have our meeting. Okay.
So you're feeling solid, and Gilla comes back by you. How's that book treating you there, champ?
You know, it's so obvious in hindsight.
Yeah. So are you meeting with this special person today?
Yeah, something about we're supposed to help her. I just was so enchanted the first time I saw her sitting there painting. And
Yeah. You got the heart of an artist. I can see it.
I do actually. And at this point, he's gonna pull open his sack and open up the scroll that he painted. I tried my best to paint for a memory, but you know, the details are a little off.
Oh.
But have you?
That looks like Serene. I know her.
You know so. Oh,
Yeah, I've spoken with Serene before.
and he's gonna roll that right back up and just put it back in his. I don't know, something about it just it's striking.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Well, tell you what. Here, you should keep reading that book. Get that confidence up. So you gotta come out swinging, strong and confident, right? So give me a minute. And she walks back, and you can see her back there preparing a second espresso for you. And she brings it back, and she swaps out your bottle of sparkling water, and then she sets the plate down for you with the espresso on it. And there's a second cookie on there, and she goes, "Tell you what, you want to be strong and confident going into this meeting, so you drink that espresso now. You have some of that water, just kind of keep the, you got that little dry mouth action going on right now. You can feel it a bit, yeah. So drink this water, it'll help you out. And then right before you leave today to go meet with her, eat that cookie. And by the time you get there, smooth sailing. You'll be great. She will love you."
He's gonna take his hand and what normally would be a hand on a shoulder is basically his hand around her entire shoulders because he's big. I trust you on this. Thank you very much for your help.
I got you. I'm here for you in this one. All right. Botran, you see this interaction. Not quite sure exactly what's going on with Doran from a distance here, based on just kind of your passive insight and perception there. Let's see here, where you at? I mean, you can definitely see that she, there was another treat on that tray for him. Soren, that book is good. It has hit all the right notes for you. Probably, an hour into it here, about halfway through with Soren's education level and how much he's read. Probably just screaming through that book. You're going to have it wrapped up before lunch. But Jaeger and Max. Go ahead, Jaeger. Turn it over to you.
I was going to say, somehow Jaeger's blood pressure went through the roof in a weird, mysterious way. Maybe overwhelming dread that someone doesn't know what discretion means and didn't tell his friends to be discreet about anything. But
he's stoned at a cafe.
Just blurring everything out there.
Forgot all about that part.
Yeah, it's all right. Just slight flash of life. Hit Jaeger. Yeah.
I was told nothing.
Exactly. But I assume the food's done.
Yeah.
I'll head upstairs. I'll thank the gentleman.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
And I'll just.
You give it to you like with a wooden cover on it, very discreet. Here you go.
Well, I didn't need it. Well, okay, thank you. Noted. Appreciate you. Just go up the stairs with a fresh coffee, mug and everything, and just knock on the door. Hey, kid. All right?
Hi. You can come in.
Can you open the door, please?
I thaumaturgy the door open.
Sure, you can do that.
Blood pressure goes through the roof again. Just walk in. Everything all right?
Yeah, why do you ask? Everything's good.
I mean, everyone else went across the street and got their fancy coffee, and you haven't come down.
No, yeah, I didn't.
Well,
it's,
You want to talk about it?
I mean, oh gosh.
We don't have to. If you want to, can I set this down? It's you're hungry.
Here.
Smell the eggs. They might have come from pigeons, but I think it's the best he's got. It smelled good and looked good to me, but fresh coffee if you need it.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming up. I was just enjoying the rain. It doesn't rain a lot where I'm from, and natural rain is very rare, so.
It's, where I'm from, it actually rains quite often.
Yeah,
So it feels kind of like home.
that's nice. Where,
It is.
Whereabouts are you from again?
I guess you probably haven't heard of it, but Southern Mountains, just south of the desert here. Small town. There's only like, I don't know, a couple hundred of us in the village. But remote, not much to worry. Lots to hike and do outside. All the sheep and everything, provide the wool. Quite nice.
Sounds
I miss
very
it some days.
calming. Yeah.
It can be, or very, 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 very boring, depending on who you are. But spent my whole life there.
Was it boring for you?
Sometimes. But then not so boring very quickly. But that's here nor there.
We'll find them. And you'll get to go back there.
Yeah. We're not going back there.
No?
No, it's pretty ransacked, and
No, I'm sorry.
I don't think I could live with myself being there.
Well, if it ever gets fixed up, you're always welcome in Katia. If I'm ever able to go back.
Well, see that I know you'll get. We'll get there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I keep never knowing if I'm ever going back there again. It's a pretty fun cycle of abandoning everything you've known and then just dealing with the consequences. Gosh.
I mean, that's kind of like life. Really.
It is, but I don't think I was ready for it to hit me like that. Last time I was on this boat of a city, I was alone in my uncle's cloak in a corner for days on end in the rain, not knowing if I'd ever go back to see my home again, and now I'm here again in the rain, not knowing if I'll ever see my home again, and it is pleasant. I'm not having a good time, Jaeger. I do not know what's going on.
Well, one thing I can tell you, you're not alone.
Thanks.
And the other thing I can tell you is if you want to go home, you go do it. We'll make sure of it. You tell me right now, I'll turn this whole boat around.
Oh.
Or I'll sink it.
I appreciate it, but I don't think I can go back yet. We've got work to do. I would like to go back though one day. And no, you can always join me.
That sounds nice. My advice, if it means anything to you, start making a plan. Short little list. Check things off. Gets through a lot. Make a list to get home. What needs to happen? I mean, don't document it so that someone, if they steal it, knows exactly what you're trying to do.
Okay.
but you could at least start a simple list.
Okay.
And then you're just chucking it off each day.
I like it. Thanks. Thank you, Jaeger.
Welcome. Don't read my book, please.
I won't. I learned my lesson the first time, trust me.
And
Well, the first couple of times.
my list got a little kind of scary. I'll admit. Lots of crossing things off, but if it helps, we're on track.
That's good. I'm a little scared, but I trust you.
I trust you.
Okay.
Otrin would like to cast Prehensile Hair and steal Doran's cookie.
Yes!
Well. Well, first of all, Doran, did you pocket the cookie?
Would Doran have... You know what? I'm going to roll for it. Odds, he pocketed it. Evens, he left it on the plate. That is a 1. He pocketed it.
Okay, then I don't steal it.
Okay.
I mean, it's big pockets.
You could certainly try. Wouldn't stop you. There are, other. You've seen the cookies delivered now. You see where they're stashed behind the counter. Batrin?
No, that's okay.
Okay. We won't steal from the establishment. Understood.
Yeah, we only steal from friends.
Only from friends. That's the only time you steal. So after a couple more hours, you finish working on this book. Soren. Teary-eyed? Do you get emotional reading books? Is it a little misty?
That was beautiful.
You wrap it up, close it, feeling satisfied. The coffee has refilled a couple times in the middle of your book, and you know that you didn't even have to look up. Gilla had stopped by once or twice and put a fresh latte in that cup for you, and kept the story going as you wrap up for the afternoon, or for the afternoon round. We'll say 11 o'clock. You guys kind of all, in your own way, decide that, probably time to start making your way over, get some lunch, check out the sights, and see what's around, and get over to the Violent Night, where the Owl's Perch performing troupe is operating. Doran, you got your cookie in your pocket. You're still feeling really confident, and everything is just smooth like butter. But you all have a moment to meet up in the Cloud's Embrace before you head on over and see what's what. Anybody have anything they want to get into before making their way over at showtime when you're expected to meet?
Right, so forgot to mention this, but we're going to have to register basically what we've been doing with the Adventuring Guild. We could do it when we hit landfall. It takes forever. Or we can just do it here on the boat a little bit faster. Don't know if we have time, but...
I mean, we have all the time we need on the boat. It's better to just do it here.
Did you tell them what I asked you to tell them?
Jaeger, your passive perception and insight doesn't require any checks to tell that Doran's gone a little bit, and he didn't tell anybody shit.
Nice.
He didn't speak to me at all.
No, I was reading. What did I miss?
Was I supposed to do something?
Forget about it.
Someone's drugged him.
Oh no.
No one's... Everything's fine. Everything's good, That coffee was nice. The treat was delicious.
Does anyone have lesser restoration or anything we can do to save him?
It doesn't need saving. Next meal, come on. It's fine. We're all
good. I don't think
good
it's poison. Here. But you guys weren't paying attention.
To what?
Okay.
I was reading a book, having breakfast. What happened?
You know people are watching us, right?
And you said that there was a... Yes, those
Yeah,
Arkaroth,
just
whatever people.
Some
Yes.
some cult trying to kill everybody out there, and some dealings with it. You know what? Never mind.
I would not.
Maybe you need to go across the street and get a cookie of your own.
Well, hold on. We don't know they're killing everybody. You said that they were
Get
killing...
yourself caught in your own little lo-fi loop there. You know.
Yeah, no thanks. Not for me.
You said that they were killing the touched specifically. We don't know what their interest in us is.
It was an exaggeration, but yes.
You got to learn to,
Moreover,
slow
they-
down a little sometimes, the Jaeger. Not everything is life or death, man.
Well, a lot of what we do with is life or death. But moreover, they know we're here already. We're not hiding from anyone.
I'm not saying to hide. I'm just saying there's a time and place, and I don't think fighting in the street if they're looking for information or trying to eavesdrop on any type of I'm just saying we don't know what they're up to, but clearly they know what we're up to. And I don't like being watched.
Well, have you seen any additional watches since then?
Not in here.
Then we're fine. Everything is fine, Jaeger.
You're too calm.
This is weird. Did no one really think to watch the big guy at all?
You know,
Backle?
it's like the book says. You have to learn to just appreciate things as they happen.
What book?
Sure.
You read a good book.
He was reading something. Go.
Okay. Well, I guess now we're off to see his girlfriend Serene. So let's see how that book helped.
Oh, we're going to see it. What? Why?
Oh, that's way early. Thought we were going. You said the show across the street there.
Yeah,
I'd-
we
I
have
would
to
be
go
very
there.
impressed if this cult seems to know what we're doing. I don't even know what we're doing. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm a little lost.
What?
If you guys want to stay here, fine. I would like to go early, pick a nice seat, but also look about the joint. Get exits in a.
Wait,
None of you know how to plan.
I'm confused.
I don't know what
like,
we're planning for.
yeah,
What's
I thought
happening?
we were going to see a show, and then later we're going to talk to Sorin.
No, the show is happening, and we're meeting Serene at the show.
Oh,
So the show
I
can
thought we were
happen.
meeting her in Busat.
I didn't know
No,
we were
she's-
meeting her at all.
She came here last night. I hit her with the door. Her nosebleed. Got it? And hurt her in the face.
You hit
Door
her
swung.
with the
Accidental.
With the door?
This
I heard
is
footsteps,
blowing
went outside,
my mind
opened the
here
door
right
real
now.
quick, scared the crap out of me, but I hit her in the face.
You clotheslined
Max?
her with a door?
Max, you might need to heal her nose. It might be broken. I opened the door quite hard.
You assaulted the beautiful.
I'll
What?
give you credit. It's more subtle than shooting your gun in the middle of the night. But clotheslining someone with a door is a very
She was bending
Aggressive.
down, putting this under my door, and I hit her with it, not expecting her to be that close to my door.
Did you read
it's
it?
the Turok situation all over again.
Yeah, it says to meet. Here, you can read it.
How is this the Turok situation? I was trying to stop the children and they ran into
Right.
my feast.
Giant
We're not talking about
misunderstanding.
punching kids.
You didn't mean to punch the child. He didn't
When
mean to
one
hit her.
man
I
and
That's
didn't
so-
the door.
even
He's
punch the
terrible.
child. He jumped.
What does the letter
Dude,
say?
this needs to
Extend
settle
your fist
down.
in the direction of the child who happened to run into it while it was just hanging there in the air doing nothing. It's
Maybe I need to go back and get like 6 more of those cookies for everybody.
For being
Cookies.
such a good artist, she kind of has a little messy handwriting.
The camera pulls back.
It's gonna be funny when Max looks a little silly in all the future artwork as she's dogging Serene's handwriting.
Yeah.
Green, not Sam.
Max is always turned away.
her face is always just a little bit.
Max looks like a Picasso piece.
No, it does say
All
you
right,
know, to
so we're
meet,
going
at
to
the,
this-
meet at the 2:00 show at the Violent Night.
That's next door. We have 2 hours. We should, yes, good idea. We should go scout, plan ahead, make sure we have exits covered, and
Oh, yeah.
somewhere
That way we
private
can
to
get
talk,
partner
hopefully.
seats.
Oh, two hours left.
I was thinking box seats,
Yes. Same.
if that's a possibility.
We're same wavelength, you and I. Weird.
all right. Well, then let's. I mean, time's a wasting. We better get going.
It's weird for me, not you.
Oh,
Also,
you're weird.
are you going to be high this whole time, Big A?
I mean, I think I'm okay now. It's been a while.
It's been about 2 of the 3 hours, so you're starting to fade a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're still
but,
feeling it
you
now. Now he said something about being high and like people looking after you. That paranoia is starting to sink in a little bit.
It's you know, give me a moment, please. And he's gonna start fumbling through his pockets to find the cookie.
Okay, yeah,
and-
you find the cookie.
Does he smell like a wet dog?
A little bit. A little bit.
Oh, there you
See,
go.
I told you out in the rain.
Does he smell rusty?
Is that rusty?
It's a metallic irony scent. Yeah.
So you
Metallic dragonborn.
you snag the extra cookie. Give me another D4 plus 1.
That is a 3. So plus 1, 4 hours now.
Fucking lord.
So you're
Oh,
high
gosh.
until about 5 o'clock tonight.
Be high through the entire show.
It's gonna look so real to
Shapes
him.
and colors, all different sizes.
Max's meal.
Yeah.
I know you can like do nice things with your magic. Can you give me a nice
You want to smell good?
masculine? Yes, please.
All right.
Something beachy, sandalwood.
Sea breezy.
Teakwood.
Yes.
Sea breeze and teak wood.
Oh, that is perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I know my
And then I
candle.
add one extra one.
So
You
you
taste
guys.
like chocolate now.
Oh jeez.
My.
How do you know what it tastes like? Calm down.
Oh
man.
no.
I know what chocolate tastes like, and I cast the same prestidigitation that I did onto the hot chocolate. I'm not going to test it, but he is most certain to be welcome to try.
Someone might, you know. Mm.
I'm just doing this the whole time.
You might not. Done.
Oh
I
god.
don't know if it's because of the cookie, but man, something tastes delicious.
Yeah, there's a little bit of chocolate morsel like left in your mouth. You're convinced.
Right,
Well-
scouting. Let's go.
Yeah, you make your way over to the Violent Night. Depicted out front is the scene of a popular play from Busat that was written probably about like 60 years ago. That's about the downfall of Burraz and this entire tavern's named after the Violent Night, and it depicts a hero holding up a shattering mirror. And then other heroes slaying Burraz behind the 2 moons of Cyorion, which is why it's named the Violent Night. But it is a small tavern with a bar and restaurant in the front that has a massive opera theater house at the back of it. That does have, 6 private box seat suites that'll seat up to 8, as well as, plenty of seating around. So, Jaeger, you said you wanted to purchase box seats for the evening to try to get a private place for you guys to talk. If that's what you were inquiring about and scouting about,
That was the plan.
You specifically put that on me to purchase.
well, you're the one who had the idea. So I'm asking you to ask the
Yes.
group who is going to ask about this, because I'm going to give that person the price.
I'm gonna
I'll-
shift that to someone
ask.
else.
The very
Hi,
snooty half elf behind the counter. That will be 2 platinum pieces to rent the box for the 2 o'clock show.
Are you sure? It has to be 2 platinum.
That is the going rate, my lady.
I mean, such a fine establishment like this can't offer a little discount to fellow adventurers. Pretty please.
We tell the stories of adventurers. We do not entertain the likes of adventurers. This is a high class establishment, my lady. I hope
Oh,
that you will
yes.
find yourself in some finer garb when you attend our show.
Do you know who I am?
Okay, we're. Oh no! I'm
No, he
gonna
doesn't.
pay no, we don't need it. Here's 2 platinum. We got it.
Finer guard!
Oops,
You
nope,
know
nope.
this
Discretion.
buffoon!
Next,
Discretion.
You know this buffoon!
I'm just like taking her by the arm. Just, come on, darling.
It's
I need
it's
to dress
fine.
nicer.
We're all fine here
You
now.
do.
Snakes of
didn't-
prehensile hair wrap around the man's face.
They didn't say that you would meet a crack heron in the wild, but here we are.
You watch your tongue, young man.
Hey, crack Karen.
Wow.
So you purchased the box seats, which will seat 8.
Jaeger's losing his mind. People to be discreet.
The 6
I
of you.
prestidigitate the place to smell like crap.
We have to be in here.
Are you really casting a spell?
I make
Today's performance
the
is
welcome
canceled.
desk. I make the welcome desk that he's sitting at smell terrible.
Yeah, there is a magical rune that lights up as soon as you go to cast. There are charms of counter spell across the entire
Of course
lobby.
they do. Of
And
course
it-
they do.
it
Everyone knows
counterspells,
counter
and
spells.
as he's sitting there like writing, and he didn't cast anything, it's actually charmed onto the building, but he just kind of goes, Next time, try a little harder, my dear.
What was your name
just dra-
again?
I'm just dragging her out. I'm just.
Maximilian, it's okay. Listen.
You made fun of my outfit.
I know, he made fun of all of our outfits and he said that we weren't worthy of being in here, even though they have the audacity to exploit exploits of people like us for coin.
We pay
That's not why
quite
we're
well
here.
for those exploits. Take it up with the guild.
Too.
Let me have them. I can subtle spell a fireball and no one will ever know.
Everyone will know, darling. Everyone in the world will know within hours. That's how this place works. Urchins will carry secrets to the far corners of the fucking globe before we ever make landfall.
Should I go get a cookie for you, Maximil?
No, thank you.
So there is a show currently in progress. It's gonna take till about 1 o'clock for the show to wrap. And then there's an hour break before the next show. So you guys spend a little time just kind of waiting and checking out the outside of it. Since we're coming up on the end of the stream, just to quickly wrap. Fairly secure outside. There are some guards posted at most of the stage exits, at least 2 per door. The cast exits, there are 3 to 4 per door. So it's a fairly secure facility. You don't see any rooftop access. This is a larger building than all the buildings around it. And the only way for guests to enter is through the 2 front doors. So is anybody doing anything else before you guys go in for the show? Obviously, maybe wearing some nicer clothes.
I mean, we have to get nice clothes.
I'll go back to my room and put on the nice clothes from Rosita that I still have.
Okay. Everybody's got their Rosita clothes, which were a little more formal, so they would fit the bill.
I don't.
Except for Jaeger. Jaeger, you gonna go buy some nice clothes?
I go out shopping with Jaeger.
I'll take the angry crack heron.
Yeah.
Maybe get a good
Saw
deal
that.
on some clothes.
Okay. So you guys can find some fine clothes. They're gonna cost you 15 gold for an outfit.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Am I able to possibly persuasion check to get it slightly lower?
Make a persuasion check for me. I'm gonna go ahead and do my first little box of doom roll for you. Oh, not I wrapped up all my d20s.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a d20 here. Ooh, nope. Yeah, you go ahead and get those at it costs you about 10 gold because that person rolled a 2. So.
Okay, yeah, because I rolled a 15 plus my 13.
Yep. You're good. You're good.
It's 10 gold each.
10 gold apiece for some fine clothes.
Oh, I'm not getting any new fine clothes. I don't need it. I'm giving him the 10 gold. But I can't get to my character sheet for some reason. Anyways, I do that. I get him the nice clothes.
Okay. Oh, weird. I can't open up your sheet either. I wonder if the
Oh.
Foundry's being slow and laggy. I just went ahead and reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the crack Karen is a CR, whatever Max's level is, plus double for rage.
CR, let me speak with your manager. The scariest CR of all time.
Doran, you got cookie number 2 in. You're feeling good. Everybody shows up with their fine clothes on for the evening or the afternoon to make it in. As you're going up to the box, there is a VIP lounge that's up where the box seats are that offers you all food and drink for the evening. Doran, it smells fucking amazing. Everything makes you so hungry. You can smell all the yummy food. There's like whole roast duck in there. There's roasted potatoes with herbs. There's spicy curry dishes from the south that are available. Everything sounds delicious.
You gotta do this right at the end of the stream, man.
Oh, I do because I can smell my dinner over there. So do you get yourself a big old plate?
Yeah, Doran's gonna just grab himself a whole roast duck and just start.
You got yourself a whole big plate. The seats are nice.
Scooby-Doo style.
There's a little bit of a rail in the boxes since they have the VIP like dining area to allow you to enjoy your meal while you watch the show. People bring out beer, wine, liquors for you, whatever you guys want because you paid the 2 platinum for the nice seats. Most of them expecting a bit of gratuity at the end of it. Jaeger, did you leave information for where you would be for Serene, or are you expecting her to find you?
No, I'll be out. Kind of in the entryway. I assume it's just like I'll do like just a black turtleneck with a sport blazer. Nothing fancy, but that's about as good as it gets. Just black and like maybe suede.
Serene comes in dressed pretty much to the nines for this show. The painter's smock and the apron is exchanged instead for an ankle-length gown that's split on both legs. That's red satin. Her hair is up from its flowing state into a braided, messy bun with her 2 painter's partition stakes separating the bun. So she still has her weapons with her that you noted last time, but she's in this tight evening gown as she comes to meet you.
Uh-oh.
Did you get us a nice place to sit so we could talk?
Absolutely.
You brought all your friends with you, yes?
We have a private box.
Oh, good, because I brought a +1, so I was hoping you had an extra seat.
Absolutely.
And you lead her...
You want some food first?
Oh, yeah, we'll grab something when they're up there. The Violent Knights usually got some pretty good food up top there.
By the way, you look nice this evening.
Well, thank you. My friend said it would be worthwhile to dress nicely. Would you like to lead the way?
This way.
You take her up to the box as she calls behind her. She's like, "Here, darling, come with us." And she waves to her friend. And the rest of you watch as Serene walks in and Gilla steps in behind her, gives a little bit of elbow to a Serene as Doran turns around with a plate full of food, and Gilla goes, "I told you this would be worth it." And that's where we're gonna end tonight's stream.
Yeah.
I'll save the song.
Yeah, saw that shit coming.
Sorry, Nord.
You son of a bitch, man.
We got you high with a plate full of food, and now you're standing there staring down the love. And she's
Just
got going.
immediately, like when he makes eyes, the plate drops. Fuck.
Is that what we?
I don't know if you guys heard me roll.
I did. What did you?
I rolled a wisdom save to try and be like, how is he gonna react to seeing her?
Oh god.
Rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
So
Excellent.
food plate dropped. Just
High
the
as fuck.
high sensation is just overwhelming him now, and just like
Gilla just eating this up.
One
yeah.
smitten dragon boy.
the She-Hulk at the red carpet awards moment of like pretty strong woman in pretty dress and
Love it. You'll love to see it. Oh, well, it's been great coming back from travel.
Damn,
Magic.
you just draw that fit.
Yeah, you do need to draw that fit. Magic, we'll see you next
Sam,
time.
you're killing
Miss
me.
you. Miss you, buddy. We didn't quite get to our super secret new art reveal, but that's coming soon. So, it's a pleasure to be back. Josh,
yeah.
everybody else, thanks for working through school and work to get here. I know we started a little bit late, but you know.
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's okay. I mean, Sarah was having some issues too with class that ran late. So, hey, you know, life comes first for this stream. So, please
We good.
don't hold it against us if we're a little bit late. We try to show up and do a couple hours to 3 hours every night, so or every Monday. But it's always a pleasure to see you guys. Thank you all so much, and we're gonna bow out for the evening. Have a great night, everybody.
I'll see you guys
Good
next
night.
week. I gotta
Bye,
feed my
guys.
kids.
Have a good night.